The Run with Manny Wilson podcast is brought to you by Fifth Investments. Investing is the easiest way to double your money, especially when you do it right. Most of us need help with getting started, right? I'm telling you right now, Fifth Investments is the easiest way to take your first step. You can sign up for the Daily Trading Journal, weekly newsletter, including trade ideas, market analysis, news, and information on navigating the stock market. They got you covered with long-term, short-term, options trading, and more. So go to fiftinvestments.com and use the promo code THERUN for $20 off your premier membership, or just sign up for free. Trade the stock market and perfect a skill that's going to last you a lifetime.
The information is not trading or investment advice. The newsletter is only a personal blog that is being offered publicly for general information purposes only.
And the main factor, as I mentioned, is Jokic has not shot under 50% since November. Do you understand? I don't think you guys understand how difficult that is to shoot over 50% when you're taking 12, 17 shots, 13 shots, 20 shots a game.
Now tuned into the greatest.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast. The Run with Manny Wilson podcast. The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson, all the way from Detroit to Chicago to your speakers and headphones. Let's get into it, man. We got a great episode for you today on The Run. Look, man, I know it's a lot going on in the sports world. We really got the NCAA tournament right here. It's actually, I think it started yesterday, as a matter of fact. You got NFL trades, which we'll touch on. But first things first, I'm not going to really touch on the NCAA. I just got these words to say because I'm jumping on the MVP conversation. Voicemail callers is in today, too. But, man, with the NCAA bracket, like, come on now. You are fooling yourself. You got to stop playing around. Stop fooling yourself. Ever since money came into this bracket challenge, you damn sure ain't about to win. I'm sorry. I don't want to be Mr. Negative. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be Mr. Negative this morning, afternoon, whenever you're listening. But come on, bro. The bracket, all of these different teams, all they got to do is win one game. And then it's an upset. You could be the best team in the NCAA. You could be ranked number 6 and lose to a team that's ranked number 22 just because you had a bad game. Like, that's my piece about the NCAA tournament. I ain't going to really touch on that. I'm here for the MVP conversation. Anyway, that's what I came to talk to you guys about, and also some NFL stuff. So starting with the MVP, man, look, I know it's at a crazy peak right now. Don't nobody know who to choose for MVP. You got Nikola Jokic over here doing his thing, averaging triple doubles. Embiid, the man who can score anytime, can score at will, can score at late game, early on in the game, averaging 30 right now. For everybody who doesn't know who's the MVP and you're going back and forth about MVP, I'm telling you right now, it's apples and oranges. It's apples and oranges. But here's the thing. One is better than the other right now. Both are great. So you can really make a competitive case for either option for MVP. But for me and who I'm going to choose, I thrive on consistency. I look at consistency. Great players wouldn't be who they are if they weren't consistent. We wouldn't hold Kobe on such a high pedestal if he didn't do the things he did year after year after year after year consistently. Same with LeBron, same with Mike, same with every other great player that may be your favorite. And when I look at the consistency factor, obviously Embiid is averaging 30, but I'm seeing Jokic average his numbers as well, averaging a triple-double. He's putting up consistent numbers in every category just about. And again, here's the thing that really ties it down. Jokic has not shot under 50% since November. Since November of the NBA. November, December, January, February, March. That's 5 months, and this man has not shot under 50%. He's top 5 in assists, number 4. He's top 5 in rebounds, number 2. And obviously, he's been dominating on a scoring total, putting up 26 points per game. Like, come on now. I get the Embiid thing. I get the Embiid argument because he's averaging 30, which is insane to do. It's absolutely insane because he's leading the league in points right now, top 10 in blocks as well. But dude, you cannot sit here and tell me that you would rather one person dominate one specific stat area of the game rather than dominating 3 different stat areas in the game, points, rebounds, and assists, and still making an impact on your team, getting them wins. Like, that's my whole thing. So to me, Jokic, he's been far more consistent and more than just scoring, which is why I have to crown him as the MVP once again this season. I need Jokic to three-peat, man. But anyway, that's my takes on it. Look, here's the thing. Let's jump into the callers really quick and see what they got to say about it, because I'm sure somebody got some mixed emotions on it, because I know Embiid is great, man. He's been fantastic. I would actually love to see him win an MVP, but it's difficult to do when Jokic is right there doing great things right along. So first caller, here we go, man. Let's see. We opening up the voicemail lines.
Hey, Manny, what's going on?
What's the deal?
Turn me up _JC, man. And if we being completely honest, bro, if Jokic does not win a 3rd MVP this year, they cheated, bro. This man is playing unphenomenal basketball. And when Russ was going on his triple-double streak, it almost was like a guarantee for the MVP. So I ain't got to change just because bro went back-to-back. Yeah. Come on, man. Fair is fair, right is right. White boy know how to hoop.
Hey, you're not wrong at all, JC. You're 100% right, as a matter of fact, bro. First off, like, you cannot judge because he's already won. If you're going season by season, what he is doing is so amazing, and you have to acknowledge it, bro. Who cares if he already won 2 times? It does not matter. You got to give him credit for what he's doing right now, and what he's doing right now is amazing. I 100% agree with you that he deserves this MVP. Let's do it. We got one more over here, too. Let's do it.
I'm really conflicted right now. Nikola Jokic is really still having a spectacular season right now on triple doubles as a center. He's reigning right now supreme after MVP his last season. But Giannis.Today is on a mission. I believe Giannis.Today deserves the MVP. My name is Juwan. Peace.
Ooh, hey, he threw a curveball. Oh, you threw a curveball. I like it, though. I like it. All right, so let me see. You brought up Giannis.Today for MVP. I ain't mad at you. Giannis has been doing this thing. And honestly, again, as I mentioned with Embiid, you can accept the argument from so many different angles. You can accept the argument from Embiid as well. And honestly, Giannis has a great argument for MVP. But again, how many different categories is Giannis dominating and leading in? And I mean, it is definitely multiple again. So I don't know where I just put myself in that loop like that. But anyway, man, I have to give it to Jokic just because, again, he's top 5 in all of these different categories. He's doing it so effortlessly. He hasn't really missed any games. And the main factor, as I mentioned, is Jokic has not shot under 50% since November. Do you understand? Like, I don't think you guys understand how difficult that is to shoot over 50% when you're taking 12, 17 shots, 13 shots, 20 shots a game, and you have not shot under 50% since November? That is insane. That's that alone. And I'm almost positive he had this same similar stat last year too, which is why I was saying he needs to win MVP. But damn it, like, that is outrageous. And I'm not even a big stat guy. I don't like to glorify the stats of more important than the eye test, but damn, you can't help but to notice stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm open to Giannis' argument. I mean, you have to give me some more facts of why Giannis really deserves MVP, but I can definitely take that argument as well. But ultimately, man, definitely appreciate you for sending that in. All right, let's do it. This is the last one right here.
Hey, Manny, what's the word?
What's good, JC?
Turn me up _JC.
Yep.
I actually wanted to comment on the football today.
Let's do it.
From the looks of things, you feel me? I don't follow the NFL that closely, but it's looking like the Dolphins became one of them ones overnight. How you feel about that, or what you think they season outcome gonna be? How they looking?
Okay, the Miami Dolphins becoming an overnight success. I can give you that. So here's the thing with the Dolphins. I actually had a lot of respect for the Dolphins going into this season. And I really thought they were going to do a lot more damage than what they actually did. But it so turns out Tua was getting hurt. They had a lot of different injuries going on. Couldn't find a quarterback at one point. I definitely think the Dolphins are still going to make some noise. And then mentioning, I didn't get to the news yet, but this was in here. They picked up Jalen Ramsey, who's going to add some beef on that defensive end. So I'm not going to go as far as saying like Dolphins are going to be the top dogs in their conference, but especially because the Chiefs are over there. But ultimately, I did have high expectations for the Dolphins. They did what they could at that quarterback issue. So I'm expecting the Dolphins to do something. I put it that way. I'm expecting them to do something in the AFC and make something shake up. But other than that, I can't give them too much credit. I was way too hyped. I overshot it last time. Last time prior to the season, I overshot a lot of the trades, especially with Denver, with Buffalo. I overshot so many trades because I thought it was finna be so much better than what it was. Chargers, even though they were nice in certain games and through stretches of the weeks through the season, I can't get that hype again, man. I got to go back to what I truly believe, which is the consistency. And that's what I like to watch and like to find, and what ultimately gives me the support of supporting a team and seeing how far they're going to go in the league. So other than that, though, man, hey, all the callers who called in, I definitely appreciate you guys, man. Hey, if you're listening right now and you said, damn, man, I need to go ahead and hear my voice heard, feel free to do that. Let's do that. I can give you the number right now, and then you can call in, leave your voicemail. Obviously, we're going to air it when we do our next episode, but call in 219-413-9405. 219-413-9405. Get your voice heard. Send this to a friend, a cousin. Make sure they get their voice heard as well. But look, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're coming back with some news, and the report cards are in. Now, just because you're busy doesn't mean you got to be stressed. I'm crazy busy right there with you, but it can be easier. Next time you're on a run, just make it more fun and listen to The Run with Manny Wilson. It's The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
I'm tired of being humble, let me get to it. That motivation music, get control of your life, don't let nobody else do it.
All right, let's do it. Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson. We got some news for The Run here. So De'Aaron Fox, he put on a show last night against the Chicago Bulls after DeMar DeRozan made a questionable 4-point play to tie the game with 12 seconds left. Now, Fox walked down the court and silenced the crowd with a three-pointer over two defenders, leaving the Bulls with 0.0 seconds left on the clock. De'Aaron Fox, he finished the game with 32 points in a win, 117-114. This makes the Sacramento Kings a 40-plus win team since 2006. Here's the call on NBC Chicago.
Fox beat Orlando with a three this year. Here he is for the win. Oh, buried it.
Told you.
Still 0.7 left.
I told you.
Still 0.7 left. They may have to review this to potentially look at time and if it was a three.
He's the clutch guy leading the clutch points.
All right, NFL action has been happening as Aaron Rodgers and other trades shake up the league. Now, Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers has been in the news big time. On the Pat McAfee show, he said he intends to be a New York Jet. Here's the audio.
It was, how is my body feeling? Is it going to be able to hold up? So at this point, as I sit here, I think since Friday, I made it clear that my intention was to play, and my intention was to play for the New York Jets.
Okay.
Other trades and changes around the NFL. Former running back with the Detroit Lions, Jamal Williams, has signed a deal with the New Orleans Saints. Super Bowl champion with the Rams and cornerback Jalen Ramsey has signed a deal with the Miami Dolphins. Oakland Raiders, they've made some changes. Raiders have signed quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo to a 3-year, $67.5 million deal with $34 million guaranteed. As for the former quarterback of the Raiders, Derek Carr, he's packed up and headed to New Orleans. Former Bears running back David Montgomery signed a 3-year deal with the Detroit Lions, and the Chicago Bears traded the first pick in the draft to the Carolina Panthers for wide receiver DJ Moore, 2 first-round and 2 second-round picks. So I think it's safe to say Bears won that deal right there. But as I said, report cards came in. So look, the report cards are in, and I got to tell you right now, they're great in recent plays. We're great in the trades, the moves of the NFL, the NBA, all the stuff that's been happening, the hype from the teams, the play, the teams that's getting no hype, all of that stuff. So we got to grade this stuff because we watch it all the time. And if you haven't been following it, you need to hear the update. So I got to tell you right off the back, too, I'm not that teacher that's giving these good grades. I'm giving harsh grades out here. I ain't playing around. I'm not rounding no grades up. You're not getting no extra percentages, none of that. So let's kick it off with the NFL. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. This here, man, I think it's a win-win situation for the Jets. Obviously, they had to give up some pieces. They got to do some things to rearrange the money and all of that. But, man, it's going to pay off big time because when you look at the pieces that the New York Jets have, like getting Allen Lazard, I didn't even mention that in the news, but they still have Elijah Moore. They still have Corey Davis. Like, they still have Wilson, who's a receiver as well. Like, they have some nice pieces over there in New York. So I think it's really going to shake things up. And also, too, kudos to Allen Lazard, who improved big time because he kind of had a rough start to the season last year. He showed some early struggles, but he really improved throughout the course of the season. And honestly, it says a lot when Aaron Rodgers wants you there and wants you on a new team with him. So that right there tells you he ain't soft. He stuck it out. He improved. He did what he had to do to get better. But to grade this, I say it's A+ for the New York Jets. I'll give them that. All right, now the Chicago Bears trading their pick. They completely duffed the Panthers. They robbed them. So I got to give this an A+ too, man. I know I said I wasn't giving great grades, but damn, here I am giving A+ and all of this, but they duffed them. They won big time. Grabbing up DJ Moore was a huge pickup for the Bears, man. And also on top of that, they got 2 first-round draft picks in exchange for the 1. And they also got 2 second-round draft picks in exchange for the 1 pick. So, I mean, damn, what is the Panthers really about to do to make something shake? So I don't think they're going to – that's a struggle for them. I don't think they're going to do much with that first-round pick. But Bears definitely played it well. They showed that they're actually trying to improve out here. So I definitely like that for them. Clap it up for the Bears. All right, now NBA and judging the play. So let's judge the play really quick. There's a couple teams out here that you guys have really been putting up in a hype. I'm not with all of that. I got to tell you. But the Los Angeles Lakers and the Philadelphia 76ers, these 2 teams have stood out to me big time. And there's a reason for that. So the Lakers, they're on a playoff push. We obviously know they're trying to get into the playoffs. No LeBron right now. AD is doing whatever he can to make something happen. D'Lo has been balling out. They won 4 of the last 6 games. Every win has been a significant hoot, a significant loud win. Media is going to let you know the Lakers won. But damn it, when they lost to the Rockets the other night, nobody said a thing. So I got to give them that. And for the play, I give their play a C+. Here's why, though. So far, I'm seeing this team give a lot of effort out of desperation, which is kind of a good thing because they're playing harder. They're playing more defense. They're playing more as a team. They're trying to get to the playoffs. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. But D'Lo helps this team a lot. It's hard to find some consistency within this team. That's been the whole root of this episode is consistency, I guess. But yeah, that's why I kind of give him a C+. AD is solid when he's aggressive, but every night we don't see him aggressive, which is, kind of a flaw, which is why it goes down from a B to a C. So they have to start being more consistent. I got to see them finally play some defense, which is more consistent as well. But other than that, they still hopeful because they have LeBron coming back pretty soon. Hopefully, if they make the play in and continue to play on from there, they'll have LeBron. But it does concern me just a little bit that LeBron hasn't really played with this new team and this new group of guys that's there. I don't think it'll be a hard adjustment, but also too, it's more difficult to adjust playing with LeBron because he does need the ball in his hand sometime. And he's going to fit in where he get in, but you got to keep in mind, man, you're playing with a different type of leader on the court. Guys are not going to want to shoot the ball as much because it's LeBron on the floor with you. Let him shoot the ball. So those are things that concern me with the Lakers. But overall, I give them a C+ on their report card. The Philadelphia 76ers, now they're sitting third in the Eastern Conference. They've won 6 straight games, including the Bucks and the Cavaliers. So it hasn't been a cakewalk. I put it that way. They've been playing solid lately. So I give them an A-. And I want to tell you that this A- isn't really just because they've won 6 straight games. I've actually been watching the 76ers. They've won some close games, and when push come to shove in these close games, late game situation, they've been really, really consistent. They've been really good. Embiid obviously playing at an MVP level right now, averaging 30 points. Harden has also been playing at a great level right now. There's been a lot of people doubting Harden, saying he's not as good as he once was. But clearly, if you look at these games, he's been doing this thing, still averaging a high assist total, still averaging a high point total as well, but scoring at will when needed, being a great off-the-ball option for Embiid whenever Embiid is not in the game or Embiid needs some help as well. The supporting cast have been really good too, even though they don't have a great bench. I will say that, but most importantly, their play has been very consistent throughout the course of these last few games that I've seen. They're sitting third right now. They're going neck and neck with these top tier teams in the West and in the East. So you got to give them some props for that. So I give this team an A- for their play. The only problem is Doc Rivers. I don't care how many games the Philadelphia 76ers win. I would never give Doc Rivers credit for being a great coach because we have not. That's a different episode. I actually recorded the episode a couple months back. Maybe we'll get it on a replay or rewind one of these days. But that's a different episode. You got to go look and find that. I promise you I could go on about Doc Rivers not being a great coach forever, but the Boston Celtics put him on a high pedestal that he'll never fall from because that team was so stacked. That's all I'm going to say. Other than that, let's leave it alone. But anyway, look, I greatly appreciate you if you've been hanging with me this whole time. Send this to a cousin, a brother, an uncle, an aunt, a nephew, a niece, a neighbor, a coworker, anybody you know who may enjoy it, man. Even just drop it in a group chat. Drop it in group chats that you're in, whether you're on Facebook groups, whether you're on Twitter Spaces, whether you're on iMessage groups or whatever the hell Androids be doing. I'm sorry about that. But look, call in as well. Hear your voice heard. Drop your takes, and I'm going to air them on the podcast. So 219-413-9405. Once again, 219-413-9405. I greatly appreciate you guys hanging with me today, man. Hey, again, we will be back later on next week. We're going to try and bring some more guests on as well. Check out those episodes. But until then, we will be back later on next week, and so on and so on and so on. The Run with Manny Wilson podcast is brought to you by Fifth Investments. Sports betting is cool, but you can really get the most out of your money trading in the stock market. You can make money when stocks go up, and you can make money when stocks go down. But all you need is a little guidance. So use the Fifth Investment Stock Trading Journal to help you get started right away. Fifth Investments is a fantastic resource for daily trade ideas, market analysis, news, and information for navigating the stock market. They got you covered with long-term, short-term, options trading, and more. So go to fiftinvestments.com and use the promo code THERUN for $20 off your premier membership, or just sign up for free. Trade the stock market and perfect a skill that's going to last you a lifetime.
The information is not trading or investment advice. The newsletter is only a personal blog that is being offered publicly for general information purposes only.